Hi, and here we are again with another look at various bits of English that I thought you might find interesting. Now, as a non-native English speaker, if you're reading this as a non-native English speaker, I think one of the more difficult aspects to English is pronunciation of certain words, because there isn't always consistency through the language as to how you pronounce, for example, O-U-G-H. Rough and cough and dough, for example. They're all spelt with O-U-G-H, but they're all pronounced very differently. I think the grammar in English is pretty easy compared to many other European languages, and possibly other languages, but I don't know much about those, I'm afraid. So what I've got here is a poem, and it sort of covers a lot of those words that are pronounced differently but spelt similarly. And I hope it'll be helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it out. You can follow it on the screen, but I'm also going to include the text here in the description so you can copy and paste it and watch that as I read it out, if that makes it easier. So let me just change this view to web layout, so that might make it easier. And here it is. Unfortunately, I don't know who wrote this poem, so I can't credit them. I didn't write it, but you can probably find out who wrote it on the internet somewhere. Okay, here we go. I take it you already know of tough and bow and cough and dough. Others may stumble, but not you, on hiccup, thorough, slough and through. Well done, and now you wish perhaps to learn of less familiar traps. Beware of herd, a dreadful word that looks like beard and sounds like bird. And dead it said like bed, not bead. For goodness sake, don't call it deed. Watch out for meat and great and threat. They rhyme with sweet and straight and debt. A moth is not a moth in mother, nor both in bother, broth in brother. And here is not a match for there, and dear and fear, for bear and pear. And then there's dose and rose and lose. Just look them up, and goose and choose. And cork and work and card and ward, and font and front, and word and sword. And do and go and thwart and cart. Come, come, I've hardly made a start. A dreadful language, why, man alive, I'd learnt it all when I was 5. Well, you can follow that through, and hopefully it will really help with some of these words like bow and cough and dough. Hiccup is an odd one. Thorough, slough and through. So just read it through, and all the pronunciations there are correct. That's British English. I don't know about US English. They might pronounce some of the words differently, but certainly for British English, they're all 100% correct there. So you can be confident that you're learning to say them properly. All right, thanks for listening. Until next time, goodbye.